Great Charter of the Azande Federation. A foundational covenant of Sèndèzándè. 1. The voice of the ancestors. The great invocation of the Azándè. Hear us, O children of the rivers. Hear us, O keepers of memory. Hear us, O sons and daughters of Sèndèzándè. We speak today not as scattered villages, not as fragments of forgotten maps, and not as strangers divided by foreign frontiers. We speak as one people. We are the Azándè. We are the people of the forests and the red earth. We are the children of rivers that carried our names long before the arrival of foreign empires. We are the descendants of kings who turned fertile soil into abundance, and of craftsmen whose hands shaped iron into tools, protection, and memory. Before borders divided us, before distant powers wrote laws over our lands, and before foreign tongues echoed across our homeland, there stood Sèndèzándè, a living homeland. A civilization. A people united not merely by blood, but by memory, language, custom, duty, and destiny. From the forests of western Éküátória to the riverbanks of Mbómu, from the valleys of Uélé to the fertile lands watered by the Bámókándi River, our ancestors walked as one people. The rivers rehydrated us. The forests sheltered us. The land printed our footsteps. And the Lord Jesus watched over us. For centuries, our people flourished across the lands now called South Sudan, Central African Republic, Democratic Republic of the Congo. Yet to us, these names are recent shadows cast upon an older truth. For there was, and there remains, Sèndèzándè. 2. Sèndèzándè, Zandeland. The geography of memory. Sèndèzándè is not merely territory. It is inheritance. It is memory made visible. Its boundaries are written not only upon maps, but upon rivers, forests, villages, ancestral graves, and the language carried in the mouths of our elders. South Sudan. Our homeland rises through Yámbió, the enduring heart of Azándè kingship. Nzára, where labor and industry once awakened new dreams. Ezo, standing watch where borders meet. Támbürä, resilient in memory. Maridi, where histories intertwine. Ibba, Nágèrò, and Sákürè, settlements where generations planted cassava, gathered beneath trees of counsel, and spoke Azande to the wind. These lands are nourished by the waters of Su River, Ye River, Ibba River. Countless streams flowing toward the Great Nile Basin. Central African Republic, the hidden power of Sèndèzándè rises through Bangassou, city of encounter and memory. Rafai, keeper of pathways. Zemio, the meeting ground of peoples. Obo, standing firm upon the eastern frontier. Mboki and Bakumar, settlements where our people endured with courage. There flows the mighty Mbómu River, whose waters never recognized colonial division, and the ancient Chinko River, witness to migrations, trade, and the movement of generations. Avúru Dèmókárási-Ngá-Ga-Kóngó, Democratic Republic of the Congo, our inheritance stretches through Dungu, stronghold of memory. Isiro, crossroads of possibility. Butter, keeper of fertile abundance. Ango, Bondo, Bambasa, Nyangara, Dinjala, and Faraje, villages carried in the hearts of our people. There moves the life-giving Uélé River, the great artery of our civilization. There flows the sacred Bámókándi River, feeding the lands of memory. There runs the Kabali River, ancient companion to our journeys. And there too stands the enduring presence of the Mbómu River, joining peoples even where borders attempt division. 3. The fracture of the homeland. The wound of colonial partition. Then came the age of interruption. Foreign empires gathered over Africa and drew lines where no lines had ever existed. Without our voice. Without our consent. Without our authorization. They divided one people into many administrations. They scattered brothers into different flags. They transformed neighbors into foreigners. Britain governed one part. France claimed another. Belgium imposed rule over another. The homeland of the Azándè was fractured. Our people became peripheral citizens in capitals far removed from our rivers and realities, Juba, Kinshasa, Bangui, Our language, Azandè, was pushed aside by foreign tongues, English, French, Arabic. The language of our ancestors was forced into silence in classrooms built upon foreign priorities. The strength of our traditional institutions weakened. The wisdom of our councils was dismissed. The authority of our customs diminished. Yet still, we endured. The language survived. The songs survived. The clans survived. The elders remembered. The rivers remembered. The land remembered. And because memory survived, Sèndèzándè survived. 4. The restoration of dignity. The awakening of a civilization. Now the children of Sèndèzándè rise again. Not in bitterness. Not in hatred. Not to erase others. But to recognize our rights. For no people can flourish while forgetting their rights. The first duty of civilization is memory and right. Therefore, we declare, Azandè shall live. Azandè shall be spoken. Azandè shall be taught. Azandè shall become the language of thought, law, literature, governance, philosophy, scholarship, and memory. Our schools shall teach modern science without abandoning ancestral wisdom. Our children shall know both the future and the footsteps that brought them there. We shall preserve our songs, our oral histories, our clan systems, our sacred customs, our councils of wisdom. For a people who remember themselves cannot easily disappear. 5. The founding of the Azande Federation. The covenant of shared destiny. We, the people of Sèndèzándè, mindful of our history and faithful to our inheritance, declare our commitment to unity, dignity, peace, and lawful self-determination. Therefore, we proclaim the vision of an Azande Federation, not as domination, not as conquest, but as cooperation among one people separated by time and history. At the center of this covenant shall stand Yámbió, chosen not by pride, nor by conquest, but by equilibrium, balance. For Yámbió stands as a meeting place of our people, a bridge between rivers, a place where memory converges, a city of centrality and belonging. Therefore, Yámbió shall stand as the eternal federal capital of Sèndèzándè. And within this covenant shall rise the 5 founding states, Western Éküátória State, with Yámbió as guardian of kingship and cultural memory. Mbómu State, with Bangassou as gateway of rivers and commerce. Upper Mbómu State, with Obo as protector of resilience and frontier dignity. South Uélé State, with Butter as keeper of fertile abundance. Upper Uélé State, with Asiro as center of industry, exchange, and renewal. For together, 5 states, 1 people. Many rivers, 1 homeland. Many histories, 1 destiny.